Carmen Shenk. I'm the Tiny House Foodie. Welcome back to our January Downsizing, Right-Sizing series. And today we're going to talk about knives and cutting boards. Now, funny thing, in my tiny house for a ridiculously long time, I kept that big chunky block with a knife sticking out. Takes so much counter space. I don't know why I did that. That was really dumb. But I had the whole set, and I loved it that I had the whole set. I think that's great. But again, a set is not everything. And the funny thing about it is that I actually didn't even use most of those knives anyway. So the knives that I'm always reaching for in my tiny house are always the same. This one, the pink knife. It's got these little grooves here. Now this is a Japanese style knife. And the little grooves are to keep the, like when you're slicing cucumbers, it's supposed to keep the cucumber from sticking to the blade. I'm not sure it's entirely successful, but that's what it's for. That's the purpose of those little divots. This is just a good all-around basic knife, easy to sharpen. So that is the one that we're always reaching for. Now, the second one is a good paring knife. And you know, everybody has their favorites on these. This is actually not it. Mine, I don't know. I think in the midst of all of my travels, I actually lost my favorite paring knife. So this is a distant second. But a paring knife that actually fits your hand really nicely and is useful for all sorts of things is the second knife. These are the basics of a kitchen setup. Now, I've been the restaurant owner. I am a pastry chef. I know how chefs and foodies feel about knives, and I know that this is heresy, but it's still true, okay? It is still true. Those are the knives that we actually reach for. Now, if you're cutting a tomato or slicing bread, the serrated blade is ideal. If you are cutting a pumpkin or a spaghetti squash or something like this, a larger chef's knife is really good. If you eat a lot of protein, sometimes these are useful. If you're eating lobster and some of the things that require a big blade, this is definitely the way to go. My favorite brand happens to be Cutco. Everybody has their favorite. That's fine. No worries. But when we're really talking about need versus want, these are still the ones that I come back to, okay? Now, about cutting board, if you have been watching a while, you know that the island countertop in this room is a big slab of tree, okay? And I also have another cutting board that's big and huge and heavy. But when it comes down to it, I'm still using the small ones all the time. When I'm making my lemon water in the morning, I'll cut a lemon on something small and easy like this. When I'm actually cooking a stew or something, I'll cut up vegetables and onions and something like whatever, like this, on a smaller one like this. And the beauty of this is you can do the cutting and then you can just slide it right into the Dutch oven or whatever you're using. So there is simplicity about being able to use these that are so small and easy to move around. Butcher blocks are great as countertops, but you know, it's just easier for me, and this is all personal preference, so choose the one that you like the best. I would not have, I'm being honest with you today, I would not have a plastic cutting board in my home. I just don't think that the plastic, that the health concerns, the issues that could come from using plastic, I don't think it's worth it. So that's my personal opinion, and I believe it's backed up by research, and I would not recommend that you do it either. So get rid of the plastic. That's the first thing to go. Also, if you're using food storage that's plastic, get it out of there. Go to glass. Glass is the best food storage option. I'm totally getting off topic. Today is about knives and cutting boards, so we'll talk about the plastic another time, but just between us, this is a little head start. Get rid of the plastic. But anyway, I'm Carmen Shenk, the Tiny House Foodie, opinionated and giving you all of my biased opinions. You can agree or disagree, and that's fine. And this little creature right here is Ella, and she is going to have a little drink. I'm Carmen Shenk, the Tiny House Foodie. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'm here to remind you that we can go tiny, enjoy simplicity, and eat really well. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.